A mic check. What?
I hear it. Okay. We're getting our new equipment set up.
Here goes nothing. It's Wednesday. And you know what that means. That's really disorienting. Yeah. It's really disorienting on our end. I can like hear myself. It's like what I hear right before I say what I'm about to say.
It's like so like nothing on this device. It's still is there.
It's still coming out. It might not be, they might not be able to hear it.
Can you guys hear it?
Can you hear us?
You guys
Well, you can hear
that
us,
though?
obviously.
Why don't I just turn off this audio on this
Yeah.
device and see if that works? Hey guys.
Oh, you gotta.
All right.
Are we? Can you guys hear Alex? You gotta talk so they can.
Hello, hello. Oh my.
It's okay. We'll figure it out. Hey guys, thanks for rocking with us tonight. We are figuring out better ways to do the stream, and of course, sometimes
All
there's.
right.
Can they hear us now that we're backstage?
They can hear. No,
No, I'm just kidding. Can you
Don't
hear us?
confuse them. Holy smokes. Not bad. Bad Abby.
That was
they
fun.
can Coral can hear us, Susan can hear us.
I know, but comments are delayed, so keep that in
yeah,
mind.
just keep saying you can hear us. The
yeah,
whole
can you hear us? Can you hear us?
But it is Wednesday, and you do know what that means. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us and getting through these technical woes that we are currently having.
Uh-oh.
Also,
Tamara says she can't hear us now. Can anybody else hear us? Dun, dun, dun. Alex is going to check. She can't hear us now.
Oh,
okay,
great.
we're good. We're good. Man. Tamara, turn it up.
Yeah, turn the volume up.
Okay, good deal.
But yeah, thank you all for joining us tonight, and thank you all for, again, being patient with our technical woes. We have a new setup. We're using the old hand cam as our face cam now, and it looks
crispy,
amazing compared to the little Logitech C920 webcam we have. We're using I'm getting really technical.
And now we're using my phone as the hand cam instead of the really expensive camera. And so it's amazing how it looks better. Like both of them look better.
iPhones are much better at regulating the white
depth perception and white balance.
Yeah. So now we're looking crispy. Our faces are going to look crispy. Hopefully it's not too much HD, because you'd be seeing my wrinkles and all my bumps.
Jeez Louise.
But
Alex is bumpy.
I am very bumpy.
So am I. Okay, you guys, we're gonna make a super simple design tonight. There's 2 different versions of the design. I don't know why I did like this. Like there's 7 different versions. There's 2 different versions.
Quote.
There's 2 different versions of the design. Alex is gonna link both of them in chat right now. Pardon me.
I am gonna do that right now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do it, and I can do that.
Mm-hmm. So Do you want to just switch to hand cam while you link that? And then I can just like physically show them.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that right now.
Cool. It's like we've never streamed before. We're so disoriented.
Look at that. Boom. Is that beautiful or what? Make sure you smash the thumbs up button or the heart button. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching, make sure you smash the heart button, smash the like button for our new setup, because I think it really does look great. I think we're going to go with this from here on out.
Yeah.
It means we don't have to, well, it makes my job a little easier because I don't have to lug around and remember to bring the camera from home.
Yeah, and hopefully they can still hear us.
Hopefully you can still hear us, yeah.
Let us know.
Thumbs up again. Drop in chat if you can hear us. Make sure you're liking. That way we know that you can hear us.
Yeah. So we have 2 different versions of these cute little trees. We have the emerald version, which is way more green and brighter in real life. And then we've got the lime green version, and this has like gold splatter. Awesome. Thanks, Susan. Okay, so there's 2 different versions. The shorter version, I believe, is $7.95, and Alex is going to link that in chat.
Yeah.
And then you doubled it. So it cut it into 2 different comments. I got it. Just do one at a time, please.
Calm down. Here's the emerald. Okay. I'm going to leave for, sorry about that.
So this is the emerald that he's about to link. And then this is the lime that he's also about to link. And the lime is a little bit taller, and it has a little bit fancier tree branches, a little bit bigger of a tree topper. And so the findings are nickel free. And we're doing a deal where with each kit that you purchase tonight, you get a free pair of the faux leather pendant or earring backers. So these make great pendants. You can just like hang a crystal in front of it, and it's super darling. What are you doing?
Just playing around with some of these settings.
Okay. So you can just hang a pendant in front of it. Ooh, and I would prefer that we actually be full screen. That way they could see the stuff a little bigger. Thank you. Or you can just use them as is, as earrings, or you can actually punch holes into them with your leather hole punch or metal hole punch and actually bead along the outside of them. And they're super cute. So for every kit that you purchase, you get a pair of these cute little guys. And some of you might have seen these before. I think we showed these in one of the holiday whatnot streams that we do. So let's throw together a pair of trees. Let us know. Coral, if you would order through the website, that would be fantastic, because we are to the point in like the holiday season ordering where we're hustling to try to get orders out on time. So we're not doing like the streams where we invoice you right now, because it takes a little bit too much time for the turnaround, and I know that you guys want to get these and have them to wear before the holiday season is over. So let us know in chat which one you would like us to make tonight on stream. It's a really quick assembly. There's just kind of one secret part that makes the trunk, but they are made in the exact same way. So do you want to see emerald or do you want to see lime green? Lime. Let's see if anybody has any.
The lime on camera looks more dynamic.
What do you
However, in person,
they
both look great.
I love the lime. This one you could wear all year round. We kept this one super neutral so that you could wear it during fall. And honestly, guys, this is so much prettier in person. Really Those dark colors just really don't pop like they should. But if you look on our Instagram or on the website, you'll see better pictures of this one. It's just those darker colors just kind of turn drab in the light.
So drab.
On the camera anyway. All right, well, let's do lime.
Put the lime in the coconut.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Look how cute this would be to just hang one of these in front. Super sweet.
Super simple.
All right. Let me get one of my lime kits out. Oh.
Yeah, I like this setup.
It's nice. I just will have to kind of learn how to resituate myself to teach underneath the camera. rather than in front of the camera.
It's only
Because I've been
10
doing
years of,
tutorials for like in front of the camera for a really long time.
in my mind though, this makes more sense because it's like I'm the one doing it. You know, if you come back to this after, you know, say a couple weeks, or you're watching live and then you get your kit and you're like, oh wait, what was that part that she showed us?
Yeah.
You can rewatch it, and in my mind at least, and
I mean,
it just makes
it's
more
just-
sense because it's right in front of you and it's exactly how you're seeing it in your hands.
yeah.
Can we request a color?
Sure.
of photo
Yeah,
that-
just put that in your order notes or message us. Probably easier if you put it in your order notes.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys, so it is as easy as taking one of these little eyelets. This is a brass eyelet, and you're going to take your head pin. You're just going to string the eyelet onto your head pin so that the flare of the eyelet is facing down.
Woo!
Oh my. So if you want to, is it because I said flare? Oh, okay. Sorry if Alex just blew out your eardrums. If you want to have a slightly different look, like a skinnier base with no roots, you can turn it this way. But I like how it looks like it has like a little tree stand. So that's the only part that you really have to pay attention to. Then we're going to string 1 flower cup, 2 flower cups, 3 flower cups, and they have this gorgeous kind of brassy gold splatter on them. And then our last bead is a cute little ruby Austrian crystal. Can I have a little bit elbow room here, please?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. That's what I mean when
To
I
be the
elbow
man,
you.
you gotta beat the man. Woo! That's right.
So next we're going to take our chain nose pliers. We're going to grab the head pin right on top of the bead, making sure that we are just a few millimeters back from the tip of our chain nose pliers. We're going to bend that over into a right angle, and then we're going to switch to our round nose pliers. We are grabbing the round nose pliers so that we are grabbing the part that's bent over, and the tips or the noses of the round nose pliers are on top of one another. Wow, thank you so much, guys, for these purchases. We're seeing them come through on the screen. Thank you.
Thank you.
So next what we're going to do is we're going to push the head pin up over the top and down so that it looks like that. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you. We're going to put it back on the bottom nose of the round nose pliers, and we're going to swing that tail end around to the other side. We're going to grab our chain nose pliers, and we can grab right across the face of the loop. We're not putting it in the loop. We're just grabbing across the face of the loop. And we are spiraling around until we reach the crystal. Then we're going to grab our flush cutter. You want to make sure that the flat side of the cutter is facing your work. Cover your cut, and then cut. Where'd it go? There it is. And so then we have this cute little wrapped loop, and that wrapped loop prevents the loop from opening if it gets caught in your coat or your collar or anything like that. You won't lose your beads. And next what we're going to do is we're going to take our earring finding. I like to hold it upside down just because it's easiest for me that way. And I just use my pliers to open the loop like that. And then I'm going to slide that right in there. And then close it. And we have, through the magic of whatever, video editing, preparing for the stream, we have a pair.
That's TV magic, baby.
So super cute. And it looks adorable too if you just do 2 of them. If you want a shorter tree, or if you flip that rivet upside or eyelet upside down, it's cute as well. They're even super cute if you leave the like little, what's this called?
Eyelet?
No, the trunk. If you leave the trunk off, they're cute too. But we like the tall, kind of skinny, like, what is it? It's not Grinch Who Stole Christmas looking tree. What, Charlie Brown tree, almost. Like just the little
skinny
wimpy
one?
tree. Yeah.
We watched Christmas Vacation last night, and whenever it gets me every time the Christmas tree is set on fire.
Yeah. That was the first time I had seen it. I wasn't allowed to watch it growing up, so it is hilarious. So this is the emerald color. And Alex, if you wouldn't mind linking the emerald color in chat one more time.
Meows.
And then this is a little bit taller, a little bit more luxe. This is the lime color.
Here comes the emerald.
And then with every kit purchase that you make of these particular kits, you get to choose, if you leave in order notes, otherwise we'll randomize it.
And there's the
one pair of these faux leather textured earring blanks or pendant blanks. You can use them however you want, but we just kind of thought that the Christmas tree earring went perfect with the little, looks like trip to the Christmas tree farm, and then maybe some presents too.
Yeah, it reminds me of A Christmas Story when they're on the way back home from picking out their Christmas tree.
Yes. Thank you so much, you guys.
It's my favorite Christmas movie.
Okay, so we're going to set this to the side, and we're going to talk about another project now. So let's say you make a pair of these cute little earrings, and you're like, oh, I need to put this in something cute to gift it to someone. And you're tired of using organza bags and paper gift boxes, and maybe you're not an origami expert, and all you have is beads and wire and snowflake ornament forms.
Hi, Terry. How are you doing?
Guess what? Hey, Terry. Happy birthday.
Hey, we got one of those.
Well, guess what? We're going to make a little beaded box.
Snowflake forms you can also purchase at thebeadplace.net.
Oh my gosh, you don't even know our website.
The first time in months.
So anyway, we're going to use snowflake forms to learn how to make a beaded gift box. So you can make a base, and then you can also make a beaded lid to go on top of this. So the size that I used for this size box, which is approximately 2 inches wide and about 1 inch tall, it'll probably be about 2 inches tall once I do the lid. The size that I used was the 6-inch size, but you can always cut these down. So if you're not sure if your gift or your earrings or whatever you're putting in here would fit in a 2-inch box, you can get the larger size snowflake. And Alex has all the snowflakes linked in the link that he shared with you guys.
Whichever size you want.
So the way that we do this, look at how silly I am, guys. This is how I open these packages. I don't rip them apart like a
That's how she opens her Christmas gifts too.
I don't know. It just makes me happy to open things without ripping. Okay, so you're gonna open that up, and we're going to take out a snowflake form. Now this size, I think all of them, I could be wrong, but I think all of them come with 6. Maybe they come with different quantities. But anyway, the 6-inch size comes with 6 in there, which gives you 3 boxes if you're making the lids. Or you can get 6 boxes, of course, if you're not making the lids. And they're really cute too, guys. If you have some of that like clear cellophane or printed cellophane, if you put your gift in here and then you just set it down on some cellophane, fold the cellophane up and tie it with a ribbon. So that way you can kind of peek in and see a little bit of the gift, but you don't actually have to make a lid that way. So what I like to do is I like to get my tape measure, and I like to measure out about 2 inches. And then I take my chain nose pliers and I bend this up. And guys, this is memory wire, so it's pretty hardy. So I recommend working down on the table. It also helps you to get straight spokes. So if I would have thought about it, I would have brought a Sharpie over here with me to mark this, but I didn't. Oh well. So I'm going to make kind of like a wider basket this time around. But like this one, I think, what did I say? So this is a 2-inch box. So I think probably I bent about an inch. Yeah, I did about an inch on this one. So you can really vary the size of your basket or a little bowl that you make just by doing a little bit of basic math. So, of course, since this is a 6-inch snowflake, these little spines are 3 inches because, you know, there's 3 inches and 3 inches make 6 inches. So this one, I think I'm going to do a little bit more like a bowl. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing this underneath the camera, and I'm like tilting the spines over. But they're pretty sturdy, so you can kind of just twist it into whatever direction you need to. But just keep in mind that it is that kind of memory wire steel base. And it's a lot easier if you don't have a camera directly on top of you. You can see me struggling with this, but I promise you guys it'll be a lot easier for you to do it as long as you're not working underneath the camera. Okay, so one more. And then we can start beading. And I'm not going to bead this entire thing tonight, guys, because these are a little bit time consuming and monotonous. But the bigger beads you use, the faster it'll go, of course. So I'm just going to straighten all my spokes before I get started. And I like to bend my spokes first. I think when I first started making these, I didn't bend my spokes first and I cracked a lot of beads and it made me really sad. So I highly recommend bending your spokes first. So this box is made out of size 8s and size 11 seed beads. Alex is going to link our seed beads in the chat. But you guys, yep. Thank you.
Coming up.
But you guys can, of course, use whatever kind of beads you want. They don't have to be seed beads. Bugle beads are really cute in boxes like these, but I have to warn you, they break pretty easily. So make sure it's just a decorative box, or make sure you're really kind of careful with it if you do decide to use bugle beads. So I've decided that I'm going to use a variety of sizes. I have size 6s. This is my favorite color of size 6s. This is matte metallic khaki iris, and this is 92035. I'm also going to use matte bronze in the size 8. So this is metallic dark bronze. This is 92006. And then in the little tight corners, I might put a few of these in here. And this is, what's this called? This one's kind of a newer one for us. This one is Duracoat Silver Lined Nutmeg. And this is color 94245. Thank you so much, guys. Keep seeing these orders pop on the screen, and it's very appreciated. So I'm just going to dump my little seed bead piles out. That's kind of how I like to work, is just putting piles out first. And then the next thing that you're going to need is wire. I like to use 26 gauge wire, and this is copper craft wire in a soft temperament. That's pretty much the only thing that I have used on these boxes. But like, let's say you're doing a bigger box with like the, what is it, 9-inch? Alex, what's the biggest size the snowflake forms come in?
That's a great question. Nope, that's not it.
He's going to find it. Let's say you're using one of the really big ones. You can use thicker wire and actually just wire weave your own basket. So you don't even need to use beads. You can get creative with these and just use wire. You can incorporate all kinds of other things. But wouldn't it be cool to do like a multicolor wire basket?
9 inches.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So to start out, I am going to cut about a wingspan of this wire. Actually, me personally for this, because I'm on camera, I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter just so I don't wrap the wire around the camera device, or the, what is this called? The canvas. But if I were you, I would probably use about a wingspan's worth of wire. So the way I'm going to start is I am going to wrap the wire around and try not to whack the camera. And I'm going to leave just enough here that I can kind of grab onto it with my thumb. So I hope that made sense. So then I'm going to just kind of anchor on just by wrapping around like that. Then I'm going to wrap around the next one like that. I'm going to turn it, wrap around the next one. And make sure not to poke yourself with those turned up spokes. They'll kind of be annoying as you work, but it's not as annoying as cracking a bead and having to unwire. And then I like to include the tail end in this wrap. And then it's just like whenever you get to the tail end, just make sure to wrap around it. And then we're back to square one. Okay, so here's where we start adding beads. So of course we don't have much room to add beads here at the very beginning. So for me, I'm probably just gonna add maybe, we'll see if one seed bead will fit. Yeah, I'll do one size 11 and I'll string that all the way down. There it goes. And then make sure it kind of lands where you need it to. So in order to do that, I like to just put my thumb over it. And then of course, wrap around, add another seed bead. And at the very beginning of this, it's really monotonous and kind of fiddly. But once you get going on it, it is so much easier because you're not just having to do one bead at a time. So I like to wrap over the top like this because no one really is going to look at the bottom of your box. But kind of keep in mind that let's say we were not wrapping over the top, if we were wrapping underneath, those beads would kind of sit on the underside. So we want them to sit on top. That's why we're wrapping in this direction. So if your beads look like they're sinking and not pretty sitting on top, you know that you need to wrap it in the opposite direction. So going over, under, and then back over again. And I know this is kind of hard to see because it's teeny tiny stuff, but it'll get a lot easier to see in just a minute when we bump up to the bigger size beads. So with these, you can get really creative and you can create all kinds of fun designs. Like you see on this one, I added some stripes on each section. You can do diamonds. You can get as creative as you want with these patterns. But keep in mind, you have to think about it while you're working on it if you decide to do a pattern. So, of course, horizontal stripes are way easier than vertical stripes. So if you want to stripe, but you don't want to have to think about it, I would recommend horizontal stripes. So, of course, the tighter you wrap, the less light you will see between these beads. And also the less silver you'll see from the snowman ornament form. So if you are doing a design where the silver would peek through and you don't want that, there's a couple different ways that you can change the color of your ornament form. The easiest way is just to spray paint it, but just make sure that you've bent your spokes up first before you do that. Okay, so I've made it all the way around, and you see how my beads are sitting up? Well, I hope you can. So they're sitting up on top rather than at the bottom. That's what we want. So at this point, I feel confident that I can cut my tail end here. So I'm just going to kind of push that out to the side. I'm going to bring my I'm going to bring my flush cutter in, and I'm going to trim the tail end off. Now, speaking of trimming wire on this project, actually, I'm going to trim that a little closer. Speaking of trimming wire on this project, you have to keep in mind that the spokes of the snowflake, they are memory wire. So if you are trimming them down, make sure to use your memory wire cutter. Otherwise, you will be sad when you ruin your flush cutter. There we go. Okay, so next, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one size 8, one size 11, and another size 8. And I'm going to see if it fits. Nope, it doesn't. So let's try. Well, I don't know. Yeah, let's do 111, one size 6, and then 111. And keep in mind, of course, the bigger the beads are, the more space they'll take up, or like the farther out it'll put your spoke or your weft, I guess, right? Basket weavers in chat, let me know. Weft? Is it called weft on a basket like that? Oh, you know, that still doesn't fit in there the way I want it. Let's just do...
Terry says, fiddly, I love the description.
Oh, thank you. Let's just do an asymmetrical design. So let's do one size 11 and then one size 8 and see where that gets us. So essentially what we're doing is we're just continuing the same thing for the entire basket. So something to keep in mind is that you have to make sure that your tension, I guess, when you get to the sides, when you kind of curve up, you have to make sure that your tension is even. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a funny looking basket that tapers in or tapers out. If that's what you want, go for it. But that's not what I want for this project. So we're just going to keep going all the way around. And let's say you're ready to make your lid. Pardon me, I'm dealing with a little bit of sinus stuff, so that's why I'm a little froggy tonight. So let's say you're getting ready to make your lid. You'll want to make sure that you have finished your basket first. And then what you're going to do is you are going to guesstimate the size of your lid. Based on the size beads that you're using, plus the size of your finished basket. So your lid, of course, has to fit over this. So it has to be bigger than this. But then also keep in mind that your beads are going to jut out. Like your beads take up room on this wire here. And then also these little inner closing spokes take up a little bit of wire. So when in doubt, make your lid bigger than you think you need to, because it'll always sit on top. It's okay if it's too big, but it's not going to work at all if it's too small. So I'm going to finish this round.
Samuel Carnes says, yes, weft in the wrap. What is weft?
In the warp. So weft, whether you're weaving or I guess like whether you're basket weaving as well, weft is the yarn or the reed.
Left.
Oh, okay. That you're actively weaving with. And then the warp is your spoke or your yarn that you have stationary on your loom. So the warp really only moves. Oh, look. What have I done? Oh, duh. I've already done that one. That's why I'm...
Let's read time one.
That's why I don't have room. Okay, so we finished the circle. So at this point, what I would do is I would weave all the way out to here, and then I would weave all the way up, but I'm going to save, I would say, probably about a whole entire quarter of an inch. Let's see. I do it by eyeball, but let's measure it for you fine folks at home that haven't done it before. Yeah, we're going to save an entire quarter of an inch of extra wire here because that has to fold over into these little ending bits. So after you have done your last row, you're going to use your round nose pliers. You're going to grab the end spoke and you're going to fold it down. If you can't get it folded down tight without worrying that you're going to pop the beads, that's okay. You're going to kind of like fold it down so that there's a little bit extra left on top. And then you're going to take your wire and you're going to do one final row after the fact to kind of fill in that space. The goal is to not crack any beads. So you can leave yourself a little bit of extra room and then take the wire in and kind of sew it in afterwards and add another row of beads. Does that make sense, guys? I hope it does. I know we don't have time tonight to go in and actually demonstrate that, but I hope that that makes sense. Let us know in chat if that makes any sense at all. Okay. So let's see if this fits. Yeah, that'll be a good fit. So my next row, I'm going to do one of the 6s and just kind of work it around. And you can get super... Can you scoot your elbow over for me, please? I don't want to keep snagging the wire on your flannel. So you can get super creative with these boxes. Where did my seed bead go? Did I fling it on you?
I don't know. Felt something touch me, but I'm not sure.
Probably.
Fling it or
snagged on you.
Did you fling it or flung it?
Probably both. So you can get super creative, like I said, with these seed beads and the patterns that you do, but also you can get creative with your embellishments on these boxes. So let's say you want to add little feet to your box. You can do that just by adding like a little seed bead wired on, or you can add another row like I did here just to kind of sit it up a little taller. They're very cute. Like if this is the top of your box and like let's say you did your seed beads on the outside of the top of your box, like the opposite of what we're doing here. You can wire on a knob, like with a bead on top to be a knob. So you can get really kind of experimental with these. And let's say you do it and you don't like it. The worst thing, or what am I trying to say? The worst thing that happens is you just cut the wire off and try something else. So they're, like I said, they're a little time consuming, but it's kind of one of those things where like, if you want to be a little extra and add a little pizzazz to your homemade gifts, or even just this being the gift in general, would be super cute. It's just something that I like to do during the holiday season just to kind of make things a little bit more special if I have the time. So,
do you have the time?
Oh my, to listen to me whine?
Something like that.
So I keep snagging my wire here. That's why I don't like to work with a really long piece of wire whenever I'm filming, because then I do things like that and bump the camera. So yeah, you can use different colors of wire. You can keep it neutral and just use silver wire. Hey, Rosalinda, we are making beaded little boxes.
Bead box.
So
not to be confused with a beat box. Cats and boots. And
we used our snowflake forms and we measured out the size of our beaded box that we want to make. Then we took our chain nose pliers and bent the spokes up because this is going to be a little bit of a wider box than this one. So you're basically just using 26 gauge wire to bead webs, kind of like a spider web. And then you want to leave about 1/4 of an inch of empty wire at the top here, because to finish it off, we have to kind of close those little loops down. I wish it would focus better, but we have to kind of bend those loops down. But just make sure that you're not cracking beads when you do that. And then if you do need to trim your spokes down, make sure to use a memory wire cutter. But 26 gauge wire is what I prefer for projects like this where you're actually beading them. If you're just using wire, you can get creative and use whatever you want. But we're making the base to a little box now, and then you could do a lid just by making it a little bit bigger. And then one thing that we need to do is kind of pay attention to which direction the beads are being kind of beaded onto the spoke. So you can see on the bottom, we want the beads to be visible. Nobody really picks it up and looks at the bottom. So on the bottom, we want the beads to sit on top. So you can see how the beads are on top rather than underneath the spoke. So just pay attention to which way you're wrapping the wire around so that the beads either sit on top or on bottom. And then when we make the lid, we're actually going to reverse that so that you don't see the spokes so clearly. These spokes would be like the inside of the box. So you can get as creative as you want with these. I like just using beads and like really packing them in tight, and it makes a really cute gift box for a pair of earrings. And then speaking of earrings, tonight we did a special where we launched 2 new, actually they're kind of like revisited. We have done these kits in years past, but we kind of modernized them. So, well, we modernized them with vintage brass instead of shiny sterling silver. So we did these kits, and then Alex is going to link those in chat. And for each kit purchase of these cute little Christmas tree earrings, you get 1 free pair of the faux leather earring or pendant backers.
So here comes the emerald one right now.
So
and then
this is emerald.
And I will do the lime green.
And this is lime.
Put the lime in the coconut.
So the lime is a little bit more luxe. It has a little bit fancier check glass on it and a bigger crystal and a taller tree trunk. And then this one I like for just kind of all year round wear if you're into trees. Because it's
do you like Arbor Day?
It's a little bit more neutral, but it has one of those cute little Austrian multicolored crystals at the top as a tree topper. Just a little bit tinier and daintier. So we have those kits available. We have the snowflake forms available. Oh, thank you, Rosalinda. That's so sweet. I just like to have fun with beads. And then I want to show you guys a sneak peek of something real quick before we close out the stream, because we're launching a really fun new product tomorrow. Nope. I'll be right back. It's right up there. I'll be right back. So Alex can tell you where to find us if you're new to our stream.
Wait.
Oh, Alex, everybody was saying you're muted.
No.
Sorry, guys. Alex was just basically telling you where to
Oh,
find
yeah.
us. Sorry about that. We're working with a new setup,
Oh, I know.
so yeah, sorry about that, guys. We're back. Yeah, Alex was just telling you like where you can find us on other social media platforms. Just kind of filling time while I went and grabbed something. So can I have a little bit of elbow room here? Thank you. So tomorrow we are going to be launching a new product. We are going to be launching our custom made rainbow Delica mixes. So we picked out our favorite Delica colors that worked up Roy G. Biv. Oh, some of the colors are kind of desaturated here on this camera. I promise they're gorgeous. But basically, it's a 5-gram tube of a custom rainbow mix. So we're really excited to launch that tomorrow. If you had to buy all these colors individually, it'd be over $50. So yeah, we're really stoked to launch this, and it's like I said, it's one of our 5-gram tubes, so it's just a little bit smaller than the standard 2-inch tube, and it's pretty affordable. I'm pretty sure that they're $7.95. I might be wrong, but we'll find out tomorrow. So I just wanted to show you a little sneak peek of that because we're really excited about our custom mix. Delicas, we have one of the largest selections of Delicas out there. And Delicas typically have always been one of those things where, like, when people are shopping Delicas, they need like a very specific color and nobody wants to mix them. But here we are. We mixed them all together in a rainbow mix for you. And I just think that they're so fun. We had a ton of fun picking these colors. Becky picked them out. Terry, they'll be on the website tomorrow midday. It just kind of depends on how busy the store is, but it's one of the things that we're launching tomorrow. And we have good stock on them, so no worries about them selling out or anything. But I would say don't wait like several days or anything, because good stock to us means that, like, we have more than 15 of them. But like, as a small business, of course, everything's relative, but we'll be launching those tomorrow.
They sell out occasionally.
Occasionally we sell out of
Sell
things.
out of stuff.
So yeah, they do come mixed. They aren't layered like our treasure tubes or anything. We thought about that, but then we thought, oh, there's no way those would make it through shipping like that. So, because they're so tiny. So we just mixed them all up. And Becky did a beautiful job picking out colors. We swapped stuff around for a while. And then we tubed them up today, and we're super excited about them. They're just gorgeous colors, and they all play together nicely. They've got varying kind of like brightness and darkness levels, but I think they balance each other out super well, and everything looks like it goes together really nicely. So very excited about that. Okay, thank you everybody so much for hanging out with us tonight. As always, these are so fun. And look at that. I don't like that. Bring the make sure we have audio when you bring us back, though.
I think we're back.
Okay.
I don't know how to make it bigger though.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know. It's okay. We're fine. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with us. I feel like we might have more to say, but I can't think of anything right now.
Make sure you like the video. Comment down below.
Is that what we're doing
What
now?
you liked it? Yeah, I don't know.
What you liked it?
What you liked it for? About day
Yeah.
or night. We'll make it a tradition.
We'll make a tradition out of it.
But yeah, thanks everybody. Make sure to follow us on all our socials. We'll see you on Friday, hopefully. Join Whatnot. Get free money. It's good for the economy. But
We're gonna start up our daily deals again because those are super fun. So make sure to watch our Instagram for our daily deals. Make sure to join our Facebook group.
yeah, join the Facebook group. It's called the Bead Place
Facebook group.
So like our Facebook page, join our Facebook group, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Abbi Berta.
They can't even see the candy cane that you. Here, look what Alex did.
I
did
a thing.
We're sitting right in front of them. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and
One of these days,
we'll see. I don't know.
day or night.
Bead Extravaganza is coming up in January. Make sure you have liked the Great Bead Extravaganza on Facebook and have joined the Facebook group. If you're not a Facebook person, you can subscribe to the Great Bead Extravaganza here on YouTube. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Cool.
Have a great night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Thank
And
you.
We'll see you Friday, hopefully.
Yeah, see you Friday.
Adios.
Bye.